Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with another episode of the Coach Grossman Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course. We are out here, man. We are taking on a surprisingly unranked North Carolina squad. They started off in the preseason top 25, but they have been down horrendous since the start of the season, man. Maybe it's just because they do have some guys that are hurt. They are banged up as a team, but look at what happened to North Carolina, man. We got our 5-game winning streak, of course, but they lost their last couple of games to, I believe this is Florida State, as well as New Mexico. And that also includes the fact they barely beat the University of Ohio. That's their only FBS win thus far, and they're starting their gauntlet too, taking on us, Clemson, and the University of Pittsburgh. So gonna be in for some challenging times, man. They're a solid team, B+ overall squad, A offense, B+ defense. Y'all already know what time it is. We got the A+s across the board. We got multiple guys visiting, and most importantly, Lee Corso is picking us to win this thing. So let's go out here. Let's see if we can make sure we take care of business, taking on this North Carolina squad. If you're excited for it, man, make sure you go ahead, smash that like button, and then also hit that subscribe button as well if you do happen to be brand new. And with that being said, I'll see you guys on the field, taking on this unranked opponent from the ACC. Let's go get it. So let's go ahead and get one of the best matchups between two of the best quarterbacks in college football underway, and we started off with Travis Smith handling the football. I mean, you saw his stats on that little preview, man. 10 touchdowns and 1 interception so far this year. Them being unranked, certainly not his fault, and certainly showing some mobility as well, bringing a couple of guys to the ground, and it takes multiple Oklahoma defenders to bring him down. A 29-yard run for Travis Smith, as it leads to another 1st and 10. Smith looks over the middle, finds his star running back, Marcus Lee, as that also goes for a 1st down. They're moving the ball downfield quickly as Travis Smith gets that semi-clean pocket. He's going to find an open receiver downfield, and Joel Covington already has North Carolina in the red zone as Lee looks to finish the drive off. Had an open lane for a second, but kind of got a little bit too cute there. Could have had himself a touchdown, but it gives us a chance to get him out of the end zone. 2nd and goal. Smith trying to run the speed option, but Marcus Johnson blows it up real quick, as it gives our defense some actual space to work with. And it's now 3rd and goal. Smith dropping back, looking to the left, finds Covington, but Covington cannot make it into the end zone. 4th down. And with nothing left to lose on the road against the number 2 team in the nation, they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They know they're the underdogs, and Smith doesn't have time. He's going to be lit up in the backfield, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. So our defense does end up bending, but it will not break, at least not this time around. As now we go ahead and start our drive deep in our own territory, but at the very least, we do at least make sure we get out of the shadow of our own goal line, as we will run it out over to that left-hand side to Jeremy Givens, who will manage to pick up a gain of 7. Is now 2nd down coming up here. Royal gonna hand things off here to Jeremy Givens, as Givens is going to almost get him. Oh, he actually does get himself back up. He went backwards, but it does look like they were giving him forward progress though, and it is a 1st down. And with that is now 4 wide set, looking over the middle, trying to connect with Jeremy Tate, but we do end up missing that time around, leading to a 2nd and 10. Royal looking around, gonna get it out to Jeremy Tate. Speaking of, this time we do not end up missing with him. A 13-yard catch for the receiver, as we're closing in on midfield, and this actually might get us to midfield, and it does. Aaron Atkins with a 7-yard grab haven't had any big plays just yet, but we are moving this ball downfield pretty methodically. We're trying to set a tone against this North Carolina team that we aren't going to beat you with the big plays. We don't need to do that every time. We could put together a methodical drive, and we're certainly doing that right now. As Royal will drop back on 1st and 10. Trying to get it out to somebody or even throw it away, but we just got locked in for too long on somebody. That's why those option routes can be pretty difficult. He was expecting to cut in, but he ends up going upward instead. And that threw the timing on the play off. 3rd and 26, though. And look at this! Aaron Atkins makes a 30-yard grab on a 3rd and 26. Let's go, man. Reminded me of some Jamar Chase action right there in that game that set the Bengals into the playoffs, man. It's such a beautiful moment, man, as a Bengals fan. But anyways, we are actually in North Carolina's red zone territory, and Gordon might get himself a touchdown, except he gets stuffed inside the 5. But what a route by the fullback to get himself wide, butt naked open, and he will watch from the sidelines as Maurice Royal gets us into the end zone, and a methodical 91-yard touchdown drive, one of the best drives of the season. And we will take a 7-0 lead. And a beautiful thing about that drive, too, is that it did end up taking most of the first quarter, right? So that took a lot of game time away. And now North Carolina sends their offense back on the field to see if they can respond back to us. Bunch set to the left. Smith dropping back. He's got some time and does get it out to Covington. And Covington makes the 12-yard grab. 1st and 10. We'll see what Smith has in mind. Smith playing action, looking out to the left-hand side, finds one of your guys' custom prospects, actually. That's Devin Carson that does come down and make the catch. A gain of 9 there. Got the little compression stuff going right there. Almost got to himself that first down marker, but not quite. As it turns into a 5-wide set with the running back being sent out over the middle. And look who it is. Devin Carson, once again, a 19-yard grab for the receiver. As Devin Carson has been making himself known. They also have a really good receiving core. He's at like a 90 overall, and he's their 3rd best wide receiver. This North Carolina receiving core is legit. That's for sure. It's now 3rd and 10. Smith dropping back. Doesn't have a lot of time. Has to throw it short. And his running back cannot haul it in. So another bend but don't break drive for our defense. This time around, we do make them settle for a field goal. As we do receive the kickoff on the next possession. Andrew Smith has been making a name for himself. And look at Andrew Smith working his way down the sideline. And an offense that already has been explosive so far today is going to start this drive off on the 50-yard line. Not a lot of space for this North Carolina defense, who also trying to do the same thing that we're doing in a way. Trying to bend, but not break, right? So, we'll see if we can break them down once again as we throw over the middle to Sean Albert, who makes the catch and moves himself forward for a gain of 8, just his 2nd catch of the day. As that does end up wrapping the first quarter. A lot of methodical drives going down in the first quarter, but not a very high-scoring game, 7-3. So we jump into this second quarter. We got a 3rd and 2 coming up as Royal looking to get something going on the 3-wide set. He's looking over to the right. Going to try to throw it downfield, looking for Ryan Gordon, but he can't haul it in. And we will end up having to go ahead and punt this thing away, as North Carolina will take over at about the 20-yard line. As Travis Smith looks to the left, gets it out to Bowie on the perimeter. And John Bowie pushed out of bounds, but his first catch of the day sets up a friendly 3rd and short as of right now. As we got 3rd and 2 coming up. Smith on the read option. He's going to make a couple of cuts, and If Matt Berg did not fall down flat on his face, that could have been a free and out. We could completely skip this drive because you all know me by now. For the true OGs of this channel, you know, I don't show free and outs. I don't. Because it's, you know, trying to make things as entertaining for you guys as possible. You know, that's just how I roll around here, man. But we do have another 3rd and long here as Lee is trying to run for that first down marker. The draw play almost ends up working. More so because Marcus Lee was desperately fighting for that first down. But it ain't going to work here, man. It's not going to work on us. And we will end up getting the ball once again. Had a good drive going. Had a decent drive set up by a really great kick return. But couldn't do anything with it. We'll see if we can make something shake this time around. As we got a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got an empty linebacker set. And that's just too easy. You can't do that against our running game, man. That is straight up disrespectful. I don't care how good our receivers are. You got to account for our running backs too, man. It's a complete offense. As we try to throw over the middle, we try to get it out there, but hey, it just ain't working out for us. And another 3rd and long. We're 3 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. Can we make it 4 for 5? Royal dropping back, looking to the left-hand side, gets it to Jeremy Tate, but North Carolina rallies up and makes the tackle. And so, again, had to go out there and punt that ball away as it leads to yet another punt for Oklahoma. Kind of reminding us, well, I'm going to save that for another episode. I almost gave you guys a little bit of a spoiler, but you almost got me, but nah, man, I'm going to save that for another day, right? But we do get Travis Smith to a 3rd and 14. Let's see if we can really bring the hammer down and send some pressure here, as we do have 7 people in coverage. As we do get pressure right away, Smith has to step up. He's going to throw it downfield, and it's going to be intercepted by Sean Hall, who's going to take it all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And that is only the 2nd interception thrown by Travis Smith all season long. He was looking for the custom prospect, Devin Carson, and we make him pay dearly for it. As we take over inside the 25-yard line, Royal looking right. He's going to try to throw a dart, and he throws a dot in there for Aaron Atkins. Probably made that a little bit more difficult than what it really needed to be. But we still pick up that 8-yard grab. So, I mean, I'm not going to complain. You know, our receivers just build different, you know, point blank. You know what I'm saying? As Jeremy Givens does pick up that first down for us. We'll see if we can turn that first down into a touchdown. As we look right over to Jeremy Tate. And, oh, we missed Jeremy Tate. That was a touchdown. That was a touchdown, you guys, man. That is crazy. But now we go over play action on 2nd and 10. I got a receiver downfield, and there it is. Jeremy Tate making a play in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. As the interception gets turned into a touchdown. Defense turning into offense. You absolutely love to see it. So far, this defense has done a really good job of containing Travis Smith. We'll see if we can continue that here. As Smith dropping back, he gets pressured again, and it's going to get intercepted once again. This time by Tyrell Booker, who comes through and makes an excellent play on the ball. That is a tough play to make for a defensive back, man. And we get great field position because of it. Starting at around midfield, we'll look to make him pay for it. As we throw to the left-hand side, it's Sean Albert who tried to cut it back inside, but ends up being brought down anyways. Still a nice grab that sets us on the edge of the red zone. We'll see if we can capitalize as we go 3rd and 3. Get it up to Jeremy Givens up the middle and picks up a gain of 5. A first down for Oklahoma. As we're in the red zone officially, we get it out to Royal. Left-hand side gets it out to Atkins, and Atkins with a great play, a gain of 15, and a 1st and goal because of it. Royal looking towards the end of the end zone, and it's Sean Albert who wins his route and gets wide but naked open because of it. Touchdown, Oklahoma, as it's just an easy throw for Maurice Royal, and it's now a 21-3 lead for the Oklahoma Sooners. As now North Carolina, they are suffering as we almost managed to get to Travis Smith that time. Marcus Johnson laid the lumber, but did get it out to Devin Carson for the catch. Is now 2nd and 2, looking over to the right-hand side, gets it out to Lee, and Marcus Lee manages to pick up that gain of 8. Is now 1st and 10 coming. Smith looking around, facing some pressure, and oh, Matt Berg almost got to him. And another incompletion for Travis Smith. He's really been struggling so far on the day. Only 9 for 18 so far. So they tried to set up a halfback screen for him, and we were there around him. Shout out to Marcus Lee for finding 4 of that extra yardage, though. And it's 3rd and 5. Smith in the backfield and shotgun. They do another screen, and we were ready for it, and Marcus Johnson blows it up, man. Give us that football with a minute left to play. 1:04 left to go in the first half. Royal under shotgun. He's going to get the snap, facing a blitz. Looking, gets it out to Terry Cotton, and Cotton does fight forward for that first down. He will move into a no huddle quickly as Royal gets himself going again on 1st and 10. Looking over the middle, but it's intercepted. And I don't know what happened there. He didn't even make a play on the ball. Like, he just runs past it. Oh my goodness. That's not on the quarterback's fault, man. I'm going to say it as it is. Yeah, we were using him, but like, he should have made a play on the ball. But instead, Travis Smith gets a chance to go ahead and maybe get the first touchdown on the board for North Carolina. We just have to wait and see how this unfolds. It's now 2nd and 1. Smith got some time in the pocket this time. Throws a rope to Joel Covington. That is not an easy throw. Somehow managed to fit that in there. That's why he is seen as such a special arm talent. He's not playing around. Covington throwing over the middle and gets a 12-yard catch in the process. Now another goal line opportunity. We held him down on a stand last time, but Travis Smith this time making sure that does not happen again as Marcus Lee is able to leak out of the backfield, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Tar Heels, as that will be the first passing touchdown thrown by Travis Smith all day today, as it closes the gap here with 25 seconds left in that first half. But can we make sure that it's a free possession game as we throw a beautiful ball over the middle? Oh! Jeremy Tate drops it. That was a perfect throw for Maurice Royal, but just cannot bring it in. So we thought about at this point going ahead and just running the ball and just taking it into the second half. But then Jeremy Givens gives us a really good run there. So now we go back to that no huddle attack. Sean Albert, he gets open and he's taking it down the sideline, and he's going to be brought down. Gain of 38. Trying to get ourselves moving to the line a little bit. Might be our last play of the first half. And listen, this was what our offensive coordinator wanted to run. And yeah, it doesn't get us a touchdown, but it does at least give us a pretty easy field goal that we did easily make. Second half coming for us soon. So we got this 24-10 lead here in the second half, and we do also get the ball first. So let's see what we can do with it, as Albert is going to make the catch and nearly get to that first down marker. They're going to mark him just an inch shy. An inch short. That's what my girl told me, that I was 1 inch too short for her. Is now 3rd and inches. Going to go ahead and run the ball up the gut. And Jeremy Givens finds that hole in the defense. Gets to the second level. And Jeremy Givens, although quietly, has himself 100 yards on the day so far. So a great day for Jeremy Givens as Royal looking over the middle. And this is a great throw. Jeremy Tate looking to run away from everybody, and he does. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And how about this throw to Jeremy Tate? That is not an easy throw either. Very tight coverage. The throw had to be perfect, and oh my goodness, it was certainly just that. So a 31-10 lead because of it, as North Carolina, they are going to go ahead and punt this football back away to us. We did force the 3 and out on that next possession as Andrew Smith bounces away from a tackler. And look at this, Smith getting busy with it. I better not see a single flag on the field, and I don't. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Can I get a boomer sooner? As that is going to make it 38-10. Andrew Smith as our backup. That is our backup running back, you guys. And he is one bad man. Like, the fact that we're not ranked #1 in the nation right now is an absolute tragedy, as that's almost intercepted. Oh, I thought we were going to have interception number 3 on the day. We got this quarterback rattled, man. We know who's got the better quarterback. It's obviously our guy, man. Our guy, Maurice Royal, who's a better man. But he can also hang in that pocket, man. John Bowie making a nice toe grab, 10 toes down movement. As Oklahoma trying to prevent North Carolina from trying to get back into this game. Low key, depending on how these next few minutes go, maybe we're going ahead and getting the backups in. I would certainly enjoy that. Love getting some backup experience in anytime possible. So here we go, man. 2nd and 1 coming up. As now Smith dropping back, facing some pressure, gets it out to Edwards. And Jeremy Edwards will go ahead and make that 10-yard grab for the first down. As North Carolina trying to move the ball downfield. Smith finds Roger Walkari for the very first time today. He's a talented receiver, man. That's something that's been shadowed on this North Carolina offense. But he's also been buried down on that depth chart. I mean, Devin Carson's here, and they got a couple other receivers that are insanely talented. And that's why it's been easy for Travis Smith to look really good. As they try to set up a screen on 3rd and goal. Somehow avoids the pressure. It's fumbled, though. North Carolina does recover it. But we do make them settle for yet another field goal. So we're up 38-13. And these people have the audacity to kick the ball back to Andrew Smith. And what did I tell you? Do not kick this ball to Andrew Smith. If there's a penalty, I'm going to be so sad. And they're going to call it back, aren't they? They are calling it back, bro. No, we didn't even need that. Mike. Oh, my goodness. So, instead of it being a touchdown, we are starting this thing inside our own 20-yard line. That is an 80-yard penalty, my guy. What are we doing out here, man? So now our offense got to go to work. Not a problem for us. We still have a really good offense, but I mean, you can't be having touchdowns getting wiped off the board like that, man. Like, you never know what could happen. As Maurice Royal does make a nice carry up the field. We are back in North Carolina territory once again, but 3rd and long, though, trying to make something shake. As Royal trying to get out to the right-hand side, gets it to Sean Alberts. And Sean Albert, he does not have any space to work with. But this time, interesting enough, coaches let us go for it. So we're going to go for it here. 4th and 10. We'll see if we can make something shake here. As Royal will drop back to pass. Nobody is open. Trying to force a throw in there. And it's going to be picked off by Rogers. And this could be some trouble. Except Rogers is forced out of bounds. And just Ben Rogers led the whole way. Trying to squeeze it in there. And even with Maurice Royal's arm, I mean, that's an incredibly tough throw to make. But look, we still have a really big lead. We are still going to be up 38-13. We just got to play a little bit better so that we can make sure that we put these guys away. All right, man. So we had a big mistake here in the end of the 3rd quarter. So now North Carolina takes over with some really fantastic field position. We'll see if we can get another field goal forces. Smith is actually going to throw this towards the end zone and finds Joel Covington. I have no idea how that's not a touchdown. Should have honestly been a touchdown, to be honest with you guys, but instead going to be a goal line situation, and we get that sack, baby. Let's go. -8 yards on the sack. We get Matt Mays hurt, and now 3rd and goal as Travis Smith trying to lead a touchdown drive. Smith looks over, finds Roger Wakari, and Wakari could not find the space to work. So another 4th and goal. Last time, we were able to reject them. Can we do it again? Smith looking, facing some pressure though. Stays tough in that pocket and finds John Bowie into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina. And how about that presence by Travis Smith? The ability to just stay calm in that pocket, man, with people all around him. Offensive line for North Carolina reminded me of that Bengals offensive line and what Joe Burrow has to deal with on a game-to-game basis, man. But hey, Travis Smith able to find a way to make it work, but still down by 18 points though. Still a lot of work to do if they want to make this comeback dream happen. We're obviously trying not to make that happen. We aren't, you know, so we'll see if we can get another touchdown on the board and maybe put a dagger into North Carolina once and for all. As we run the ball on 3rd and short. And look who gets wide but naked open. Nobody accounting for that quarterback, man. It's Maurice Royal. Another big run downfield. It's another 1st down. It's now 1st and 10. Jeremy Givens with a run up the middle. And picks up a gain of 9. Again, you know, Jeremy Givens may not have any touchdowns yet today, but that 5.7 yards per carry average, that is not to be messed with. Neither is Maurice Royal. You leave him open, you give him time, and he'll make you pay. Touchdown, Oklahoma. As it's another touchdown for the Oklahoma Sooners. And the lead stays commanding, and the Boomers keep sooning. And it's a 45-20 lead as Aaron Atkins making just a great play on that football. And now North Carolina with no choice, but they got to go for touchdowns for the rest of this game, man. They can't be settling for field goals no more. As Smith drops back, he's going to drop it off to Edwards, the tight end, who actually does a really nice job of fighting forward and picking up the sticks. So another 1st and 10 because of it. And Smith drops back again, this time facing some pressure and gets walloped by 2 defenders. Eric Gunn, this time gunning himself in there. And a 2nd and long coming. Smith gets the screen out to Lee and gets to the original line of scrimmage. But a 3rd and long coming. This is when our defense comes through and shines the most. 3rd and 9. Smith, 5 wide set. Gonna try to run it and gets absolutely exploded on. Tyrell Booker just laying down the hammer. And North Carolina, they just decided to give up after that. They're making a business decision and thinking about the health of the players, man. So, got the ball. We went ahead. We ran out the rest of the clock. I didn't show because, you know, running out the clock can be really boring for a 20-plus point victory, you know. And we take care of business. We get a big win. Let's go ahead and check the stats for our guys. So despite the fact that we did end up throw a couple of interceptions in this one, we still found a way to win pretty convincingly against North Carolina. We do win 45-20, and we do most of our damage here in the 2nd and 3rd quarter. That's when we really pulled away the most, with the 4th quarter kind of cruising in just a little bit, but still a really good victory otherwise, and I'm proud of this squad. Now, checking out the stats for our guys, though, Maurice Royal did end up with, I would say, a pretty good game, I would think. 26 for 34, 337, 4 touchdowns, and 2 picks. One of them was because I did not use her with the wide receiver when I was on, like, the wide receiver. So that was on me. And then the 2nd interception, that was a dumb decision on my part as well. But really should only be 1 interception here. But it is what it is. It didn't cost us or anything. Jeremy Givens, though, while not being able to find the end zone, still ended up with a really good performance. ended up with 27 carries, 158 yards. Maurice Royal was actually the one to find the end zone on the ground. He ended up with a touchdown, 9 carries for 40 yards in this one. For the receivers, we did have 2 separate receivers with 100-yard days, Aaron Atkins being one of them, and it was 7 catches, 111 and a touchdown. Jeremy Tate also had a 100-yard day himself. He ended up with 107 with 2 grabs. And Sean Albert, while not getting that 100-yard day, still ended up with 7 catches, a touchdown, and 15 yards shy of that 100-yard threshold. Now, in this North Carolina game, we did end up seeing a couple of your guys' custom prospects that did end up signing with the Tar Heels. We did end up seeing Devin Carson with 4 catches and 52 yards. And then Roger Wakari, he's a true sophomore. He ends up with 2 catches and 20 yards. Both of them really good looking receivers. The receivers ahead of him, most of them are seniors. So, both of these guys will have more prevalent roles as, their collegiate career continues to progress. Now, defensively, I will say that North Carolina was led by Tom Washington, but you already know they got shredded. Eric Gunn ends up leading the way with 7 tackles, with Nick Alexander, Brent Thomas, and Marcus Johnson with 5. Also got to his quarterback quite a few times today, getting 4 sacks with Matt Berg, Brent Thomas, Matt Mays, and Eric Gunn all getting sacks. We also forced his quarterback to have his worst day of the season. Tyrell Booker had an interception, and then Sean Hall was also able to get an interception as well. Also had a 2 forced fumbles actually on top of it. Did not recover either forced fumbles, but we really did make this North Carolina offense live through living hell. And it's why we win yet another game here. Moving on to 6-0 on the season. So after the game, what we did end up finding out is that we do get another top recruit to sign on that dotted line. We end up getting Ryan Hearn, who's a 81 overall cornerback to sign with the program. And we got a bunch of other players that are ready to go ahead and visit our campus as well in the near future. So with that, we are still ranked number 2 in the country, but you want to talk about a little bit of a disappointment, man. Texas is 100% not back. They are 0-5. They have not yet won a single game this entire season. And we are going into the Red River rivalry as we are on 2 different spectrums, man. Texas still looking for their first win of the season. They have all of their guys visiting campus, though, and they are going to give us their very best shot, even though they have not been able to win a single game. Granted, all of their losses have been pretty close, so they can give us a bit of a fight, and we gotta be ready for it, man. But with that, this is John J Gaming on the mic signing off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.